Hi, AVCT gang. I just wanted to give you an update because I just checked out Market Chameleon and saw that 83% of today's trades were done in the dark pool. That is absolutely disgusting. It seems like it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And let me tell you, this is the exact same thing I saw in BBIG. However, today's price action and this week's price action in general bears some discussion. So let's get started. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. Please smash that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, guys. So just so you know that I'm not making this up, this is Market Chameleon, and it shows us AVCT's dark pool trades accounted for 83% of the total volume today. 12% of that was sweep orders, and that means that they're taking a direction aggressively, either to the upside or the downside, and 13% were block trades, which indicates institutional buying. Now, that's below normal, which is to be expected considering it's, a Friday of a holiday week. The average, though, has only been 16% in the past 20 days. So, guys, as you can see here, our dark pool trades are just getting more and more aggressive. And that could be because a lot of people that are buying into AVCT are trading on platforms like Webull and Robinhood, and others that, get payment for order flow. Other than that, I honestly can't give you an answer for why this is happening, but I can tell you it does leave a pit in my stomach of just memories of seeing this happen with BBIG and knowing that Susquehanna is involved. It's just not good. However, that being said, I do think that something's brewing. And the reason for that being is because we pretty much barcoded a lot of the week, right? And then today around 5:30 a.m., we saw an aggressive move to the upside, followed by it shorted back down, followed by a move up. And if we look overall today, we were up 6.7 cents, right? Or 7.53% on the day, which is pretty significant, right? Granted, we're trading below $1 right now again, and that's not a good feeling. However, the volume has been incredibly low. So the fact that we moved up 7.5% on a day when this is the lowest volume I've actually seen. And honestly, that's to be expected. We only traded half a day today. And, a lot of institutions were not trading, guys. Let's be honest here. It's, a holiday weekend and nobody's caring about the stock market today. So that being said, we traded under 1 million shares, 933.43 thousand. And the average volume has been 7.31 million, even with the low volume we've been seeing in the past week. So that being said, I think there's something to say for that. And I think that, especially given the fact that 83% of those trades were done in the dark pool, guys, somehow something is brewing. I mean, there's no other way to say it. I mean, you'd have to be blind not to see what's happening here. And I think that we can expect to see a move to the upside. Now, what's brewing? I wish I could tell you. I honestly don't know. Could there be a buyout? It's possible, but please let's not start with rumors because they only lead to disappointment for those, that like to put time frames on things. And I told you from the beginning, a buyout can happen whenever. Nobody's going to know because they can't talk about it, guys. However, it has been 3 months since they first started talking about this. So it's certainly a possibility that somebody knows something, okay? But there's also a possibility that we're getting closer and closer to all of those warrants coming into play. Now, if they decide that they want to execute them, then they may drive the price up to get them in the money, exercise them, and then try to dump on retail again. That's also a possibility. So, there's a couple things to look at. Now, that being said, if they do drive the price up, they're going to obviously drive it up enough that they make a profit. So you just have to play it smart and know that that's likely what they're doing if you see signs of that happening. and just don't be married to a direction right now, guys. Unfortunately, we're stuck. I mean, unless you're just holding like I am for the buyout and you just don't care what happens in the meantime. But guys, like I said, I am invested in a lot of stocks, so I don't have a huge life-changing position that it's going to matter to me, either way. I just want to see people make money that are in this. I don't want you guys to lose money if they're playing games with us. Now, let's hope that we're going to get buyout news and we're all going to, make some good money in this play. But we also have good momentum coming in for the technical analysis. All right, we have 3 bullish and 0 bearish signals that have now hit. And we're showing that we're going to go up in the short and medium term. And we're getting a strong bullish signal. This is exactly what we want to see, guys. And today's net inflow was far superior to the outflow. We had 366.67 versus 203.33 for a net inflow of 163.34. So that's very bullish, okay? As far as our short interest, and please take whatever Fintel says with a grain of salt, guys. It's a tool and only a tool because it's only as good as what is being reported. And we all know that they do not have to report short positions. But what is reported is 8.32% short interest with 1.4 days to cover. And guys, we're down to this last 30,000 shares again. So I mean, who knows? Because we all know how that changes up and down. But here, this gets even more interesting. We're finally getting out of the 20s. Look at the cost to borrow. It's between 29.36 and 46.30, with the latest being 39.42%. All right, that's another indicator to me that something's happening here. They're running out of shares, in my opinion, which is why this gets higher. Failure to delivers, they don't matter right now. There's days when there's been none, so they're able to cover them, guys. So right now, this is not even going to come into play. But I do like what I'm seeing for the price action, especially on low volume, if we're able to move up that much. So keep an eye on this next week. I am debating actually between AVCT and Hellbiz as my play of the week for next week. So that being said, this is the first time I've been willing to say I'm going to pick AVCT as a potential play of the week. More than likely, I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to go with Hellbiz just because it's cheaper and its percentage to move up for me to get a win is higher. But I think that AVCT is a close second, and I'm going back and forth. So I'm going to think about it over the weekend and look at some technicals and see what my true thoughts are and where I end up. But if you guys haven't checked it out yet, I tweet every Sunday to join Stock Talk Weekly's Play of the Week. I'm on there every week, guys, very loyally. And it's a great space because you get 30 different traders that all give you ideas for what they think is going to make the biggest moves for the week. And there's been some fabulous plays that make huge gains that come out of there. I picked Hellbiz last week and it was up 30% on the week. And I'll be honest with you, it's been hard to pick a play of the week because, I'm somebody who can pick something, but it'll go up, it'll go down, it'll go up, it'll go down. And it's just been like that in the market. So something that you're going to pick that's going to last a week is quite difficult. So remember that when you're listening to the space, that traders are going to pick something that they think is going to get a lot of volume. And it may go the opposite way of what they anticipated. I've had that happen as well. But the point is that there's a catalyst or there's something that's brewing. So it's going to get action. So as long as you don't marry the position, then you can do quite well. The other thing that I'm considering is Carvana again. Because guys, let me tell you, technically that thing's ready to boom in my opinion. Again, a lot of that's going to depend on the Fed and the interest rates and yada, yada, yada. But Upstart and Affirm, if the interest rates start coming down, those are 3 stocks, Carvana, Upstart, Affirm, that you should start paying attention to because they're getting beat down and smacked down hard. And something tells me, I saw somebody put out a tweet or something. Maybe it was something, I don't know. It popped up as a notification. It might have been on like under Webull or something, but somebody put up next week's headlines for Carvana is perhaps we considered this too soon or something like that. Something like saying, basically making fun of the fact that like they bashed it all the way down to like the $8 that it's at right now, and it's been as low as like 6 something. Basically saying like, oh, we were too aggressive and it's time to start pumping it back up. And that's exactly what I see coming, if not next week, very, very soon. So that is on my radar. So those are the 3 plays in Mullen. I got to do some DD on that, guys, because to be honest, you know, my daughter's home. I haven't had a whole lot of time, but something's brewing there too. And there's a couple other, you know, obviously COSM, COSM. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been talking about those. Both of those I think can really pump. You know, I did sell my, I think it was, now I'm confusing the two. I think it was COMS that I sold for COSM or vice versa. I sold the higher price one for the cheaper price one now, just because I think that I may be early. And that may not have been the best choice yet, but I'd rather be early than to be too late, because to get it at 8 cents, I think it's going to do the same exact thing that the other one did that's up. So check out those 2 plays, guys, for sure. Because I do think they're going to get good movement as well. Although I would not pick those as a play of the week, because it could pump at the beginning of the week and dump by the end of the week. Which is exactly what I'm trying to avoid. So, but Helbiz is very, very, very undervalued, and I really think that there's a lot to gain there. So check out that video. Have a great weekend, guys. Thanks so much for watching.